Justin, we live in a world of simulations.
We do. Yeah, and like most things are better when they're simulated.
100%.
Yeah.
Like?
Life
in general.
Yeah, when you play like a game like The Sims, you're like encouraged to send your sim to work and to do social obligations.
And it's like nice. It's like, yeah, I'm at work.
Yeah, I don't want to go to work.
I don't want to actually live my life.
Oh God, no.
But I'll sim.
Yeah, I'll sim a life. Sure.
So much greater.
Yeah. What else?
I could sim The Witcher. The Witcher 3.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to go out in a forest and fight a demon.
Actually hunt witches and all this stuff.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
The second some clawed beast scratches me, I'm done.
That's it. That's it. I'm going home.
Yeah, I'm going home.
Screw this.
Over. Yeah.
It's hurt.
Yeah.
But I'll simulate it.
Yeah, I'll simulate it.
So why am I so salty about amps?
Why do people hate cab sims? Like we're here to change your mind about cab sims and going direct.
Or are we? We're gonna test it. I've never actually really messed with cab sims.
Really? And I use them almost exclusively.
Yeah. So Softube encouraged me to do this video. Not sponsored, but they hooked me up with the Plexi Marshall sim and the Kerry King signature amp sim. Okay. I'm notoriously an analog man.
Yes, you are.
So this is gonna be my first time actually messing around with amp sims, just kind of see it. Because in the past, I will admit I haven't gotten into these in the last few years. I've heard they've gotten a lot better in the last few years. Like even as 5 years ago, I think amp sims kind of sucked.
Yeah, and I'm not going to name names, but there were a handful of them where I was just like, yikes. Did not enjoy using them at all.
Yeah, it just sounds so digital.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a harsh, high-end, and no bottom definition, I suppose. Right? I don't know. So we're going to try to just see what they're at now. Softube, cool company. We're starting it right off the bat. We're hitting it hard.
Yeah.
8-string.
Yep, I brought my Strandberg 8-string.
Extended range.
Yep, and we're going to play some Kerry King like metal stuff.
And then I'll be D'Angelico rocking it through the Plexi.
Right.
Let's do it! So the first one for the Kerry King signature, which by the way, cool amp because it has a gate built into it.
Noise gate built in is a big deal.
So this is why we need Justin Mitchell to throw some anger. This is the anger preset.
Awesome.
Oh.
And it's handling the low strings really well,
I feel angry.
Yeah. What else we got?
You want to do pushed into the shredder?
Yeah. Let's play some like Monomark here. We got so.
That's why you need an 8-string right there.
That's awesome.
Now, this one's called Is It Jazz?
Well, let's find out.
So, I need you to play something that I'm not sure if it's jazz or not. Can you do that?
Let's do this.
Was that jazz?
Could have been jazz.
It seems.
Doesn't sound like the. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I like the high end on these a lot. One thing to note for these is you can really kind of like mess with the microphone placement.
Which is so cool.
Like in the Kerry King one, there's actually 7 potential microphones over 2 cabs that you can use, and then kind of like blend them to your heart's desire, which is way more effort than I'm willing to put into an amp simulator.
Yeah.
But for those of you out there who are into that kind of thing, we got you. Let's just go through a few of these other ones, maybe.
Sure.
All right, so Blanket on My Amp.
So this is great. This is probably going to sound really isolated. Clean, isolated amplifier, like putting a moving blanket over your amp.
There you go.
Reduce like noise.
And that would really open it up to like adding plug-in effects after the fact.
Yeah.
So I'll just play that same thing again and I'll add reverb on it in post.
adding extra that the reverb would add frequency to, right?
Yeah.
It's only going to be...
And I think when you're kind of like demoing like an amp simulator, I think you kind of want to, you know, just having a clean non-reverb track isn't like practical, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So there we go. All right. You want to do maybe bottom heavy? This one's called bottom heavy.
Oh man,
I don't know if that is made for an 8-string or not. That's bottom.
Yeah.
There's bottom there.
That's good bottom, yeah.
Let's
see how it handles the... That's pretty good.
A lot of bottom there.
So I have the 8-string, the 7th is tuned to A, so I can play drop D with drop style power chords, and that's pretty sweet that it picks that up.
That's nice. My problem with simulators in the past is the bottom end is just kind of, I don't know, muddy, I guess.
It doesn't, the impulse responses don't really work like a speaker would, you know, so you don't get that low end of like a 210 cab.
It's just kind of blah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So shout out to the freaking Kerry King Signature modeling squad.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Good job. I think you've done Kerry proud here today, Justin.
So, well, first of all, you know, thank you, Kerry King and all, Slayer. But we got to try the Plexi. That's what we need you. The people need you.
All right, let's plex it up.
All right, let's plex it up.
Sexy and Plexi.
Sexy and Plexi. All right, so here we are. We got the Plexi set up here
through the D'Angelico Deluxe SS.
So, Sean, I'm just gonna pick some.
Pick something. What's the preset?
And I want you to just feel it in your heart. And what do you think this preset should sound like? All right.
All right. What's the name?
We got Fat Funky Dry Valve.
Fat Funky. Fat enough and funky enough for you?
That was great, man. That sounds so good. All right, so what if we do, let's see here. What I'm looking for is a, all right, we got.
Like, what's next?
We got Fuzzy Twang.
Fuzzy Twang?
Yeah, so what does this sound like?
Finger stop. The hiss.
Yeah.
Sounds like real hiss.
Yeah, it does.
Not like that fake hiss.
Yeah, I like it. Alright, so what if we did rock rhythm growl?
Oh. Was that rock rhythm?
That was rock rhythm.
I always just think of like just playing open chords on electric guitar. I don't know why, like, I have to sarcastically play them.
I know.
To enjoy them to the fullest.
Even though they're awesome, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Like D inversion to a G is like, yeah. I'm like, I'm not having fun.
It's just like every time I play a pentatonic riff, I have to be like, I don't enjoy this. But I do.
This isn't what I do, guys. But
Sean, why don't you hit me with some lead lines? This is going to be clean, warm. I want to hear the clean lead tones here.
Clean? Okay. It's definitely Marshall-y, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely, yeah. They really captured that sound. Let's see here. Well, we pretty much covered everything. We got Quacky Drive Mono.
Quacky Drive?
Yeah, let's do the valve mono.
All right.
We have 2 mics on the cab and then a room mic, and those can be soloed, they can be panned left to right, and they can also be like taken down to where you hear none of it. So you can have just one close mic.
Let's hear just the room mic, because I think that was something I was...
Yeah, let's hear this.
Alright, so no close, just room. Pure room.
That's great. And then what if you just like roll your volume back a little bit? Like how does it handle dynamics?
Oh, like that, okay.
All right, so we went through, we explored the simulation, we went into the Matrix.
We did.
We came out the other side. And Sean, how do you feel about cab sims?
Learned a lot about myself in the simulation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all of this is a simulation now.
Yep.
Odds are overwhelmingly in the favor of that.
I feel that way.
Great. I'm very impressed by the high end of these simulators, these amp simulators.
Yeah.
Like it sounds. I don't own a Marshall. I've played through Marshalls a bunch of times though, and I think they really captured the high end definition of a Marshall. It sounds like a Marshall.
Can I tell you my favorite thing about this?
Please do.
Softube, thank you so much for not having latency issues.
No.
When I played a string, I heard the sound, right? Like the processing is not so overwhelming that there's latency. Because even a millisecond, like even a small amount of latency can be very distracting.
For a player of your caliber?
For a player like me?
How you react
Come on, man.
to the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for having low latency. And also thank you for having gain that sounds, pretty similar to an amp. Rather, nothing is worse than like digital gain modeling that doesn't sound like amp distortion,
It's really bad, yeah. My thoughts on amp simulators have changed. Gets the job done, 100%.
Yeah.
And it's just a reality for a lot of people, depending on their living situation, what they can crank and not crank.
Yeah, and I actually, I have a full-time job. I train, martial arts. I'm starting my master's degree in May, so a lot of times the only time I have to play music is at like 11 at night to 1 a.m., right?
Sure.
My wife is sleeping, and I don't have anything to do. So playing through a cab sim with my headphones is oftentimes the best way to do that. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. So again, this is the first software I've used. I'll link it. Check it out. If any of you guys have used other software like that, let me know. Maybe I can check that out too.
Yeah, let us know.
And also too, if you want to simulate support for what we do, you can buy one of our master classes.
That's right.
It'll also link you to, because again, life is a simulation. You're not going to need the $15 to $30 that
Can't take it with you,
us, right? So you might as well give it to us
to
continue the dream. So thanks a lot.
Thank you.